right, we're live. It's the Ballistic Missionaries Wrasslin Supplemental.
Yes.
For another week. We will never stop.
We did Wrasslin Supplemental, but we haven't done our main program now in quite a while. This is
we did a Halloween episode.
This kind of evolved into our main program.
Yeah.
Not as that bad. We like talking about wrestling.
Yeah, it's fun.
We have a lot of notes on a particular item of wrestling, but we'll get to that later on in the program.
I took a lot of notes. You can't tell from just looking at this, but there's like 6 pages of notes here.
Yes.
Instead of, doing my actual job, I took a bunch of notes. Anyway, all right, let's get started. Let's talk about SmackDown last week.
Yeah, it was boring. Well, there were some highlights there, but it was mostly boring. Well,
all right, so Cody Rhodes opened the show and decided he was going to sit down and watch it with the audience. For some reason.
Yeah.
Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, who they are now goths, came out. And then Cody got back in the ring. I guess he lied. Zelina slapped him, and Nick Aldis gave them the main event.
I mean,
to be continued.
Aleister Black's always kind of been on the gothy side.
Zelina Vega is now goth.
Yeah. Yes.
Kind of doing like a Lily Munster thing with her hair. It actually works really well there. It's pretty cool.
Yes. You go, Short Queen.
All right. The Ilya Dragunov U.S. title Open Challenge continued versus Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa showed up again. Nothing really happened this week with Tommaso Ciampa showing up, but he chose to take on Johnny Gargano instead of Ciampa, and he retained.
The match is great. I feel that the U.S. title challenge thing that they've been going on with, I mean, sort of to resurrect that belt, because I feel while the IC title has been handled pretty well on Raw, I mean, both men's and women's U.S. titles up until recently have been handled badly. Yeah. With rare exception. I think now with first, I think Sami Zayn kind of whipped it back into shape
with his open challenges,
and I think it's now been with Dragunov continuing. Like I like that Dragunov is the champion, like a relatively young, relatively new, relatively like a fresh face and fresh new blood for like that SmackDown desperately needs, especially on its mid-card.
That has been very enjoyable.
And the fact that he's giving it to people that are not being given title chances and or spotlight. My complaint last week to Nathan Frazier, especially. I think that's
he definitely needed it. Yeah, that was a great choice.
And it's continuing also with Gargano, because I feel both Gargano and Ciampa were basically the main guys on NXT at some point.
When they were in NXT, they were basically the main guys of NXT.
Yeah.
They were the Trick Williams of NXT.
Yeah.
And Ricky Zane.
Yeah.
Only much better.
Yeah.
All right, bad comparison.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that was an awesome match.
Yeah. So far the last couple months in the U.S. title scene has been pretty good to great in terms of cultivating their mid cards. Like that's something both cards need to do, or both SmackDown and Raw need to do. I feel SmackDown, at least on that one thing, is doing well.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. It was a good choice. It's been a good choice the last few weeks. And yeah, I agree with you. I think Ilya Dragunov was the perfect person to put it on. That dude he's amazing. I'm so glad he's back. All right. Jade had almost a full promo and went to leave, and then Charlotte came out to face Nia Jax. Oh, no, we have big news.
What's that?
I totally forgot. Lash Legend is on the main roster now.
Yeah.
Woo! So happy about that. She's teaming up with Nia Jax.
I kind of feel bad that her last match in NXT as a full roster member was against the Evolve Women's Champion. Because I think she's the Evolve Women's Champion.
Kendall Gray is pretty good, though.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I know it's like a tradition for an outgoing wrestler to do a job for somebody else that's coming up. And I'm fine with
pushing Kendall Gray.
I feel Kendall Gray at this point is like okay. I feel there's a lot
pretty.
Fine in the ring.
She's a better performer than she is a talker.
Yeah. So far, the crucial missing element on Kendall Gray is personality, which Lash Legend has in spades. And teaming her up with Nia Jax seems perfect because you just have two giants.
Yeah, two big ladies, two big personalities, two good talkers. You have the bougie bully versus, I don't know, Nia Jax is definitely fits the bully kind of a thing. I don't know what you call her, though. The booty bully.
Yeah, I guess they call her, was it the Unstoppable Force, I think.
That's what Michael Cole likes to call her. Honestly, they seem to be working together well so far. They haven't really been good together yet. But I mean, I'm excited. I'm just excited that Lash Legend is now on the main roster, and I'm also pretty excited to see what she and Nia Jax do because I have a feeling that they'll work really well together.
I have a feeling it kind of strikes me as an apprenticeship with Lash Legend.
Yeah,
not bring her in on her own right away to get her feet wet before putting her on, like, I'd say singles pushes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel gold should be in her future somewhere down the line.
Absolutely hope so.
If she's going to be on SmackDown a while, a women's U.S. title shot would be good, along with a run would be great. Also, the women's tag teams on both brands, I guess since it's sort of a floating title to start off with, is kind of on the weak side. I feel that they're starting to repair that with like the Kabuki Warriors being put back together. Mm-hmm. I know some people are like the Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss thing. I'm lukewarm at best on that one.
I'm enjoying it, but I'm not expecting it to go like a long term.
Yeah, I feel
I'm enjoying what they're doing. They're working well together, and this has definitely been a new Charlotte Flair, and I have to give her credit for that. So speaking of Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Nia won. Lash Legend came out too. This was the introduction of Lash Legend on the main roster. She came out of nowhere, took out Alexa Bliss. She caused a distraction and helped Nia win. And the two of them gave a great promo making fun of Charlotte and Alexa. I have in here, gonna be badass. I'm not going to eat those words because they are going to be badass.
Okay.
Miz versus Jay. Okay. Sorry. Nick Aldis pulled out names for John Cena's last match tournament.
Yeah. The last time is now tournament. Yeah.
This week. Yeah. This week, tonight, it's going to be Miz versus Jay and LA Knight versus a mystery opponent. Nick Aldis will not tell us who it was.
I heard there was some sort of rumor, but I never got a chance to follow up on it. So I don't know who it is. There's some sort of either leak or rumor as to who it was, and I didn't have a chance to follow up on it.
I guess you're just going to have to wait until tonight, like us.
No. I mean, I definitely think it could be some. The way Cena teases, it could be somebody who doesn't work here right now. I hope it's somebody or some buddies that are memorable rather than just like, oh hey,
The Miz and Jey Uso.
Yeah. Like, I think Jay's good. I think The Miz is good. But I don't get excited. I don't get excited when they compete. Honestly, like,
yeah, they're safe.
I don't want to be one of those assholes that can hold the best thing about Jey Uso is his entrance.
No, I don't believe that at all. I find his entrance actually very annoying, but I think that he is an excellent in-ring competitor. He is like the solid mid-card workhorse of the company, in my opinion, and even like upper card sometimes. But he's a great performer. I don't mean to diminish his work in the ring. I just want to see something else out of this tournament other than like the top guys in the company come together. Like I want to see I want the surprises that are promised.
Yeah. And so far WWE has not been good on delivering promises, so
no. So yeah, LA Knight is facing someone that we won't know about until tonight for the first time is now tournament. I can't remember. There were tournament matches for this that started on Raw already.
Yes, but I don't recall what they were.
We'll get to that. That's the next sheet. All right. Women's U.S. title match. Julia, if those of you who remember, Julia had the title that she barely defended.
Yeah.
Julia versus Chelsea Green. Alba Fire took out Kiana James. That was hilarious to watch because one of them is a good wrestler, and it's not Kiana James. And there was a super quick roll-up at the end. After about 3 minutes, and Chelsea Green took back her title. She is now the only two-time women's U.S. champion, and she is a double title holder with Ethan Page, who came out into the audience to celebrate with her, which is really nice. Graves made a great joke. He was like, "Hey, you and I are going to be able to catch our flights home tomorrow because it was such a quick match."
Yes. I genuinely feel bad for Julia. I
do too. She's good. She just got buried so hard. And then they teamed her up with freaking Kiana James, who is awful. I don't know why she still has a job.
I mean, somebody that can actually, promote her. A manager to me should enhance. Like, if you're not a good talker, or like English in the case with Canada, not Canada, but Julia, your English is not your first language. I think basically a good manager should be there to fill the gaps.
Yeah.
And if you are good, like saying like a recruiting with Bobby Heenan, I think it's a complimentary day. Like you guys both kind of raise each other. And Kiana James, to me, I just feel like it's just being thrown around. Like somebody likes her, I guess. And
somebody must. She still works there.
Somebody wants to return on the capital that they spent on Kiana James. Apparently they're spending more on her than something like NXT, from what I heard on Gigi Dolan's.
Oh yeah, we'll cover that when we get to NXT because that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And explains why Jasmine Nix ended up leaving.
Yeah.
So
if she'd gotten paid as low as from what I heard, I'd leave too because it's maybe. With what we get paid, like, we might actually wind up making more than a WWE wrestler, so.
Yeah. I don't think quite that much, but it's close enough to be pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
The MFTs are plotting, and hey, the Wyatts showed up to work. That's all I wrote down. I think that's all that happened. It's just.
Again, most of them, like, your main guy is not there. I still don't know the explanation of why Bo Dallas or not Captain Howdy, but Uncle Howdy has been like basically
not around.
A no-show.
I keep wanting to call him Captain Howdy too.
Yeah, because of Twisted Sister.
All right,
but
they
have to go back earlier. Like I feel like the Wyatt sisters is just a non-entity with a horrible evidence also being your champions.
Yeah. It's not been great.
And the tag division is suffering for it. Like, can you?
I mean, the tag division has been getting thrown by the wayside,
which is
for a long time, and it's just like to the point where it's almost insulting.
Yeah, because like if you want to go back to SummerSlam, like that was one of the highlights of that 2-day event. Like there was a lot of slobs, but there was a couple of good. For me, there was like that TLC match was amazing.
It was excellent.
You have a vibrant tag team scene and you're doing nothing with it.
All you have to do is book them and give them a push and make time for them, and they will do the rest because they are talented fucking performers, man. But they just
it was. I feel like you had all that to just say, hey, look what we have. Okay, let's get back to Cody and Drew 17. With that non-story thing.
All right. Talatonga versus Ray Phoenix. Talatonga won. I don't remember that match. I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, it was a match.
It was a match.
It was a match. Talatonga won.
All right. Cody versus Aleister Black was a DQ, I think.
Yes.
Because Drew McIntyre came out. He took out the ref. Cody went after Drew. Aleister Black joined in, going after Drew. Oh, look, Damian Priest is here, too. Dan thinks it's a setup for War Games, and Drew is now suspended.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Number one, I'm done with the Drew Cody feud. seems like Drew is going back and forth between them and occasionally, it seems like this muddy feud with like sometimes it's Drew and Cody, sometimes it's Drew and with Damian Priest, sometimes it feels like Damian Priest and Aleister Black. It just seems like no clear who's up against who and why. The whole Cody second reign is kind of
It's been fantastic.
lackluster,
Yeah,
to say the least.
it's just kind of like, all right, there's no storyline. Let's throw this guy at him. Let's go with this guy at him. Oh, look, you remember that other guy that we threw at him? Well, there's still no storyline, but let's throw him at him again, and he's going to erupt for some reason. I don't know. It's not that great.
Or at least I feel like the world title picture over on Raw seems to be handled well. Again, I know you're not the biggest fan of CM Punk, but it looks like between him and Seth Rollins and other guys like Jey Uso.
Yeah, it's kept us guessing. You know, you're not quite sure what they're gonna do.
They don't like if they can throw some curves, like Rollins getting injured.
Yeah. They've been handling it in good ways with safe people, again, mind you. Yeah. But it's been a little bit more enjoyable how they've been handling it.
Like I want to see Braun Breaker with the belt. I mean, honestly,
that'd be great. Yeah. All right. So Triple H opens the show talking about John Cena.
We're on Raw now.
Oh yeah, we're on Raw now. Sorry. Yeah.
Triple
H says that. Hey, viewer.
Woo!
Says that John Cena is the greatest of all time. He introduced him. Cena thanked the fans. Revealed that on December 13th. Not only will he wrestle his last match, but that particular edition of Saturday night's main event will also feature exhibition matches between the main roster and NXT stars in an effort to open the door to the future while his door closes. I copied this off of somewhere. Dom comes out, interrupting him, saying that he's better than Cena was at his prime. And I mean, I kind of want to agree with him because Dom is maybe not better, but a lot more enjoyable to watch.
Dom is certainly a better technical wrestler than John Cena.
I'll give him that. He is.
Storytelling-wise, he's good. I don't know. John Cena's strength is storytelling because it's not his fight moves that do.
No, it is. He is a good in-ring storyteller. Yeah. He absolutely is.
Dom is good, but he's got some... He's still in his mid-20s, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
But he's good. I feel like he's doing everything a good heel should do. He's getting the right kind of heat.
Yeah, and honestly, he is over as a heel. Yeah. He is way over as a heel. Which is awesome to see. I know we rave a lot about how good Dominic Mysterio is on this channel. I know we talk a lot about him, but it's true. He is. He's great.
Like, if you asked me,
he deserves his overness.
If you asked me 5 years ago if Dominic Mysterio somewhere in a 10-year period would have been a potential world champion contender, I would have laughed in your face.
Yeah.
I was like babyface, not just babyface in terms of personality or whatever, but I mean like he literally had a baby face. Like
he did. Oh my god, the mustache, terrible as it is, definitely helped.
And in fact, he looks like he lost some baby fat between 2020 and now. I want to say he started popping up around 2020, 2021 when the Judgment Day was like him and Ray won the tag titles, and then eventually like they corrupted Dom and brought him into the Judgment Day. But yeah, if you ask me in 2020, 2021 if Dominic Mysterio would be a viable world title contender, I would have laughed at you hard. But now it's like I could actually see him doing it. I can see it.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, he's held double belts.
Yeah.
You know, he can do it. He's so over.
Yeah, he's literally.
And he has grown up so much as a technical wrestler that he is really good in that aspect.
I think him and he's one of the stronger points of the Judgment Day at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no real.
He's the glue. Just storytelling wise, he's the glue.
There's no weak member of the Judgment Day per se in terms of their ability, but in terms of where they're placed in the story and like overall storyline, line.
Yeah.
You know, there are people that are booked stronger than
JD McDonough.
JD McDonough.
Everybody's booked stronger than JD McDonough.
JD and Finn in general are there. And I guess Finn being the oldest guy there is the default leader.
Kind of. He's kind of taken the leadership role, but Dom is the glue that holds the whole thing together.
But honestly, that faction is always bad. Like a sort of, even when Edge was running it, it was sort of an anarchic bent. So they kind of
anarchic collective.
No leaders. Even though,
kind of.
I mean, in the beginning,
there's a guy who's kind of in charge, but nobody's really in charge.
Yeah, there's a
sort of the de facto
nominal leader
dad, but no one's a real leader.
First, it was kind of Edge, and then it was a split between Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. And then I think right now it's nominally Finn Balor.
Yeah.
But honestly, it kind of bounces back and forth between him, Raquel, and Dom, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's sort of like this, like Finn's here and Dom and Raquel are here, but they're all pretty much at the top.
Yeah.
Nobody can see what I'm doing because I'm.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So Triple H is still out there. He immediately makes an IC title match, which John Cena wins. John Cena is now Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
Go Johnny Dinner.
Johnny Dinner?
Cena in Italian is dinner, so sometimes they call him Johnny Dinner.
Ah.
It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. But it's funny in my head.
It does when you explain it, yes.
It does if you speak Italian.
Hopefully. Ooh, we got 2 viewers.
Woo! Hopefully they speak Italian and they get the joke.
Yeah, if any of you speak Italian out there, let us know why that joke is funny.
I just told you. It's not really funny. It's not really a joke. I think it's... Shut up. All right. So,
anyway.
That was a good match. Cena v. Dom. That was a really good match.
That was well done.
And so now whoever wins the Last Time Is Now tournament is also getting the IC title. So,
an
extra little bobble.
Sure.
I thought that was official.
I don't know. Well, one, they have to beat John Cena for the title. They may let John go out on top.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I did mistake that. Not whoever wins the tournament, but whoever wins the tournament will face John Cena for the title.
And they possibly,
and they may win the title, or they may send John off with it.
Also, there's a possibility that
totally misspoke.
Again, there's also the possibility that John Cena may lose the title between now and December 13th.
You think so?
It's possible.
I thought that's where they were going with. I thought that's what they said. Like the title is now whoever wins against John Cena versus
not necessarily
the tournament winner gets the title.
I would think that's the natural direction you would want to think, but again,
maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, there's a possibility that if John Cena loses and if he is the champion on December 13th, and the title is on the line, that we may have a new champion on December 13th. Who that being, don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so the first people, I feel like there should have been another one in here, but I don't have it written down, I don't think. All right, so the first Last Time Is Now tournament takes place Damian Priest versus Rusev.
Yeah.
Rusev won that. It's a pretty decent match.
Yeah, it was pretty surprising, that ending.
Yeah, kind of. It's good. Give Rusev a bit of a leg up.
We'll push on that one. But I don't think it's going to be Rusev being the last person on that one. We don't know the whole...
Yeah, we don't know who all's going to be in it, but we have a few weeks to go still before we can start to make any predictions on that.
I would like it to be somebody that Cena has not faced before, a young up-and-comer that could use that kind of push.
Yes, most definitely. That would be excellent. I want to see Obafemi. No, you know who I want to see? I want to see Zarya take on CM Punk.
You mean John Cena?
What did I say?
CM Punk.
Oh my God, my brain is not working. My blood sugar's low. Sorry, everybody. I sound like an idiot. I want to see Zarya because she made a joke about joining the Last Time Is Now tournament on NXT a few weeks ago, and honestly, it kind of stuck in my brain. I want to see Zarya take on John Cena. And I mean, I know that's going to happen because they don't do that in WWE. Blah blah blah. So if it's not going to be Zarya, I want it to be Obafemi.
They just apparently he just came back on NXT, so there's
Yeah, I know.
most likely.
I have it written down.
Yeah.
I'm holding on hope. I'm holding on hope.
I know.
Because there are, well, we'll get to this when we talk about NXT, but so CM Punk comes out to the ring to address Logan Paul betraying him and aligning himself with the Vision. They came out to get him, but Jay and Cody came out to help, and then announced, dun da 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 da, because everybody seemed to have forgotten about it, but that's the basis for their Survivor Series team. Survivor Series is happening in about 2 weeks. Yeah. This is the first anyone has said anything about it. It's really weird.
We're literally 2 weeks out of here just announcing War Games.
Yeah.
And again, they don't even have the full
and they
roster going on, so I guess they're pulling those auxiliary members.
That's the second. Okay, that's the second one.
So we have 3 people on each team.
So far.
Yeah, so far. For the men.
Well, plus, yeah. No word on. I don't think anybody said anything. I think that was the last word on that.
No, basically it's the Vision being led by Logan Paul on one side, with Punk, Jey Uso, and Cody on the other side. Again, like Cody's on SmackDown. Why are you? Because
they took too much time coming up with this John Cena tournament and forgot about Survivor Series. And now they're throwing shit together at the last minute.
Like this is,
and I could tell you for sure that's how it happened because that is how I did every assignment in college.
This just feels like such lax bullshit for a big 4.
It does, yeah.
Like this is like there are 4 events that should be done with like months in advance with lots of planning to it, which is SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, and Squirrel and Squirrel. Squirrel 5 2026. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there was a squirrel and my brain my brain went squirrel.
Distracted towards the fluffy thing going around being cute.
It's cute.
I know.
It's very cute. I had our pumpkins out back, so I'm hoping they're having some pumpkin.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, Survivor Series, War Games, something that I kind of look forward to. Kind of at least the men's side. Maybe the women's is a little more exciting.
It is. It's going to be really good. So far.
Yeah.
All right. Then Women's World Champion match. Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, that was a good ass match. Oh, that was so good.
It reminded me.
Clinic. It was beautiful.
It reminded me of 95 with Bret Hart and Kevin Nash. Vaquer being the
Hart.
The hardball, the technical wizard, and just
the big bad. Technical wizard versus the big bad.
Yeah. It was good. It was really good.
It was so good. Vaquer retained, but honestly, I'm good either way. I don't care. It was a wonderful match. It was fantastic. Nikki Bella was there because she's friends with Stephanie Vaquer. Because Stephanie Vaquer is slumming it for some reason. And she went heel. Oh my God. Who could have guessed it?
Oh my God.
I cannot believe they're still doing this Nikki Bella bullshit. She's so bad. I want her to leave. Like, go have a child or something. Yeah. Go pay attention to your teenagers or whatever. I don't know. She needs a hobby.
They're 9 years old. They can survive in the backyard.
Yeah. Okay, so I did make a mistake. There were 2 Last Time Is Now tournament matches. The second one was Sheamus versus Shinsuke, which is also a pretty good match.
Yeah.
It was 2 very wildly varying styles. But they were pretty good. I think. They did a good job. Sheamus won that.
Again, so far, the brackets have not been awe-inspiring. Like, I guess this is still early, but I'm hoping for like something I can sink my teeth into. But so far, it just
I was kind of excited about that one, Sheamus versus Shinsuke. I kind of would have been okay with either of them going. I kind of wanted Shinsuke more, but
I just kind of want multiple people that I want Cena to. It feels like. I guess one of like when we were going down the street earlier, we saw that Journey concert thing that was coming into town. Like, I wasn't excited. It was all going to do, I guess, the hits, and like Steve Perry's not going to be there, and it's like nothing that I feel like I can want to look forward to coming in and seeing. Like so far, it's a bit of like who John Cena's faced in the past for the most part, but except the one person being Shinsuke so far. I don't think him and Shinsuke have ever gone at it.
and that would have been a great choice, but Sheamus.
But again, I kind of want to see some new people. I want to see somebody new get propped up by this. And again, I like your idea of Oba because I feel like if there's anybody that's deserving to be getting over and going over to the main roster, it's Oba.
Oh yeah. All right, then the women's tag championship match: Flair and Bliss versus the Kabuki Warriors. Who took the title off of Flair and Bliss?
Thank God.
Yeah. And then it was an overbooked mess. Well, it wasn't a mess. It was pretty good. But Nia and Lash came out to attack Alexa, Io, and Rhea. Rhea's back! Oh, by the way, yay, Rhea's back. Came out to help Rhea, and then Rhea announced that they are doing War Games. So we have, it looks like Charlotte Flair, Bliss, Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors and Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Possibly one other person, do you think, or are they doing 5-on-5?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 5-on-5 or 4-on-5-on-5. So I think War Games are a 4-on-4 type of deal. Yeah, it's a 4-on-4 deal.
I might be confusing that with the other one.
So
what's the other one?
What, One Guts or
no, the other one.
The other one, what?
Other one. The other PLE with the cages.
Okay.
There's 2 PLEs with the cages. What's the other one?
I think I know what you're talking about, but it's not coming to my brain. Hell in a Cell?
Yes. Okay. I get Hell in the Cell and War Games. Shut up. Mixed up. My blood sugar is low. I will hit you with my clipboard.
I know. I'm trying to be helpful here.
Yeah, I get I get the amount of people in Hell in a Cell and
the other one with the cage.
Survivor Series, the War Games mixed up. Because one usually has 4 and one usually has 5, right? Or do they both have 4?
4 is 5. I know it's 4 people.
Okay, we'll go with that. So yeah, that's the War Games team. Let's go to NXT. Oba came back.
Yay.
Oh, okay. So there are some announcements. Gold Rush is coming up the next 2 Tuesdays, the 18th and the 25th, and it's going to involve NXT, Evolve, TNA, and AAA. So that should be pretty fun. TNA Knockouts World Championship Triple Threat match. Kalani Jordan versus Jordan Grace versus Li Ying Yi. I don't know her.
Xia Li is, but she was
that's Xia Li.
But she was in
I'm glad for wrestling.
I honestly want to see
her deal in WWE.
I honestly want to see anybody other than Kalani Jordan. Jordan.
Same.
She is as milquetoast as she was as a face. She is even more so as a heel. Like,
she's very whiny as a heel.
Like, the only reason she's not on Josh Briggs level because she has some in-ring talent.
She does. She's a good performer.
Her micability
she's just annoying.
I don't care. Like, I literally don't care that how.
Let's see. Okay, we need to give a little background for this. Sol Ruka is cleared to compete as tolerated. So she will be going to Gold Rush. She's going to be going against Blake Monroe for the Women's North American Championship. Thank you. Challenging. Yeah. Blake Monroe for the Women's North American Championship. That sounds pretty good. The AAA mixed tag title, it does not involve luchadors in any regard. It's Chelsea Green and Ethan Page currently have it going up against Joe Henry and Thea Hale. That's going to be a good ass match. I'm excited for that one.
It's good, but I kind of feel bad that a title that's a AAA deal.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'd rather see it
involve AAA wrestlers in there.
Yeah.
I that being said, I kind of want to see Henry and Hale, but just because Henry is now officially an NXT guy.
That's right.
And Thea Hale has been in limbo for the last 6-8 months,
almost a year, possibly over a year.
And I feel that's just such an underrated talent.
She really is.
By now, at the very minimum, to be the speed champion, and if not,
more reasons than one.
I'd rather see her as I'd rather have seen her as North American or our NXT champion than some of the other people that have competed or won the belt.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather see it like a luchador do that, but I mean, maybe it'll lead the way for a mixed tag title in WWE, which would be exciting. Mm-hmm. That would be great to see. Because I am all for like tag teams, mixed tag teams, trios, titles coming back. There's always room for it if you stop telling the Cody Rhodes story.
Yeah.
All right. So then also the women's speed title is tournament winners are going. It's going to be Zarya taking on Fallon Henley for the women's speed title.
This could wind up being like a big, not toxic attraction, but fatal influence. This could be them like sweeping all the NXT women's
because the Evolve Women's Championship is also up for grabs. Kendall Gray versus Laney Reed, which I think will actually be a good match, and it's a good match opportunity for Laney Reed because she's still a little green. Kendall Gray's still a little green. I think that they'll do a good job, and I think it's a really good step up for both of them. Yeah. But like you said, it could mean gold for all the Fatal Influence.
Well, there's also a rematch between it's on that card, isn't what's her name from the leader of Fatal Influence? Is there a rematch for that?
Yeah, I didn't have that written down. I'm sorry.
Jane and
Gold Rush is. I don't think we have that because it's going to be over 2 nights, so I don't think we have the whole thing up. But there should be one of the nights. There should be Tatum Paxley versus JC Jane showing up on Gold Rush.
Again, this could be a sweep for Fatal Influence. Them getting all the gold.
It could be. That would be pretty interesting, actually. I don't want to see Fallon Henley beat Zarya, but it would be interesting for the faction.
Yeah. Again, they may be working into a story where there's a fallout between Zarya and Sol Ruka.
Yeah,
and honestly, I'm not feeling that fallout. Like, I don't. I mean,
I like them as a tag team.
Yeah.
I don't want them to fall out.
Yeah.
But, all right. And then the one I have so far, the last one I have so far is Van Slater and Javon Evans, who, honestly, they work great together. I want to see them kind of both be a tag team. Versus Dark State, who are boring as hell. Yeah. And, honestly, I like Javon Evans so much. Like, I don't think that guy should be dealing with this Dark State bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like Dark State has been neat.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to come up with. Yeah, but my brain wouldn't work.
I feel like Dark State is beneath just about everybody except for Josh Briggs. Like, if they want to beat up Josh Briggs to put themselves over, go right ahead, do that for like weeks on end. Because Josh Briggs is a terrible deal. I'll give Josh Briggs this. He's better than B-Fab.
Yeah. That's, because he is a functional wrestler at least.
He is the Baron Corbin of 2025.
Yeah. All right. So, normal NXT card. Izzy Dame tried to talk Tatum out of giving title matches. Oh, yeah, there it is. I didn't write that up there. I had it in the wrong section. El Grande Americano versus Jasper Troy for the speed title. Jasper Troy won. It was a good match. I don't know.
Jasper Troy to me just feels like
He feels like an Oba, the Oba that you get on Team
he's
U.
he's an empty gimmick. Like
Yeah.
he's just a. I feel like, dude, Dark State's over there. Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be with those guys.
Yeah.
Because I have the same
Personality.
I have the same feelings about you that I have about every single member of Dark State. And I guess this is just them. Since he's like, they won their season 1 LFG.
They're trying to give him a push, but
again, I think that's fine. They're doing it with the lowest title on the.
And he's not a bad wrestler. He really isn't. He just has no personality.
He should literally be on a ball.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching the ball? I watched TNA more than I watched the ball.
Oh, we did actually watch TNA this week. We got to see an Indy Hartwell match.
Yes.
And that was awesome because I do miss Indy Hartwell, and I wish she was somewhere better than TNA because nobody fucking watches TNA except us this week. But it was nice to see her, and she's still awesome as always.
What about those several hundred people in the audience? They watched her.
Anyway,
they're Floridians. They need something to do.
That's true. Anyway, so Thea Hale versus Alba Fire in a one-off match. Thea won that.
It was a generally good match.
Yeah, it was.
Again, I go back to earlier. I'm glad Thea's finally getting a push.
Oh God,
I feel like your guy is literally
she's so wasted talent.
And I feel that teaming her up with Joe Hendry does good for both of those people. Both have excellent comedic timing.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
And, I feel that their levels of energy mesh very well together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's cocaine and ecstasy, man. Always good together.
All right,
really?
And then Javon and Leon had a promo. They set up their match against Dark State. The final in the Speed Championship tournament was Fallon Henley versus Skylar Ray, who was the LFG Season 2 winner.
Oh, boy.
Like I said, Fallon Henley got it. She's going to be going up against Zarya. Tavian Heights versus Josh Briggs was a nothing match because Josh Briggs sucks and Tavian won. It would be stupid if he lost. He's a fucking Olympian and Josh Briggs is terrible.
Dumbass Briggs.
And then there was the main event was the last man standing match. Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. I'm so fucking over this. Saints retained. They were both pretty bloody. It was actually a half decent match, honestly.
Yeah, there's some potential.
I'm over the whole Trick Saints thing.
I'm over Ricky Saints.
Yeah, I'm over Ricky Saints, but he did do a good job in that match, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And then Oba came back, and that was NXT.
Oba was hungry.
All right, I only have
Ricky Saints. It was glorious.
I only have a few notes on Collision. It was mostly Blood and Guts advantage matches, and then Wednesday was Blood and Guts, and I have 3.5 pages of notes on Blood and Guts, and there were only 3 matches.
Yes.
It was a good night of wrestling.
It's
all right.
I want to say overall, just for it's bad. The Blood and Guts matches. I've gone and seen a bunch of comment sections for Blood and Guts on various wrestling threads. A lot of them listen to people off War Games. It's like yes, and in my opinion, I think it was better.
Yeah.
And
the women's Blood and Guts match was better than any WWE War Games match I've ever watched.
Mm.
It's better than the best WWE War Games matches, which have all been women's matches, quite frankly.
There's one men's match, but that was with the Bloodline when Sammy was.
Okay, that's in the top 5.
All right,
that was a good.
There's a couple that beat, but again, like that women's Blood and Guts match, I felt was like that particular roster. And it's like that's a large section of the AEW roster. Saying we're going to prove
it's 24 people.
Yeah,
over the 2 matches.
Yeah,
that is a lot of people.
Like
24,
Yeah.
Oh no, the men's was only
Only
5-on-5,
5, yeah.
so it was 22.
But I think
Sorry.
both matches were great. I feel the women's was even
The
better.
men's was pretty badass. The women's was the first one.
It was a bloodbath.
It was a fucking bloodbath. It was brutal as hell.
And
Anyway,
yeah.
let's talk about Collision.
Yeah,
We're
let's go.
skipping ahead of Collision. FTR came out against the Bang Bang Gang. You watched Collision this week. I didn't watch it. I just had a bunch of notes from match cards.
Generally, I thought it was a good match. It was pretty well done. Nice little match for the Bang Bang Gang, and also, I guess, getting FTR over. Yeah, it was good, but I feel like it was a foregone conclusion who was going to win.
Bang Bang Gang.
Right? Did they win?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was the Bang Bang Gang. Yeah. All right, no, I totally lost on that. No, it was. I thought it was going to be FTR, but I didn't. The Bang Bang Gang won that.
And then the TNT Championship, Kyle Fletcher versus Ace Austin.
That match was actually really super good, but I think a lot of it was similar in a lot of ways to the Dragunov and Frazier match. In terms of just two amazing high flyer technical wrestlers putting on a clinic. I found it probably on Collision the match of the night.
Mm-hmm. And then I have TJ versus Maya World and Hyan. Hyan? Hyan?
Yeah.
What is that?
It was, there's a couple jobbers that TJ was
okay.
out, so.
I'm guessing TJ won.
Yeah.
Because they're jobbers. All right. And then we had the two final women's Blood and Guts advantage matches and the one men's final Blood and Guts advantage match. Okay. So the first Blood and Guts advantage match was Sky Blue versus Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Hayter won, so it was 1-1, and it went to the third match.
Yeah.
Which was Tekla versus Harley Cameron.
Let's be realistic for the moment, but it was Tekla and Harley Cameron were going to be the decider. Tekla's team we knew was going to go on with the advantage. I like Harley Cameron, but Tekla's getting booked strong.
Yeah.
She has this weird mix of Bray Wyatt and Gunter.
It's the weird and brutal meets like technical precision and brutal.
Yeah, just like and like everybody she finds it looks like she hurts them.
Stiff. Yeah, she's hurts them. So the heels get the advantage coming up, and then the last men's advantage match. It went in being 1-1, heels versus faces, but this was Roderick Strong versus John Moxley. Roderick Strong won, so the faces got the advantage 2-1. Yeah. You want to talk about that match?
Roderick Strong, Moxley. I think it was pretty good. Like Strong again, probably again is a good technical wrestler. Moxley coming in with a more brawler type of style. Basically, a fairly decent match.
Let's move to Wednesday night. The Blood and Guts. Women's Blood and Guts match. It was the first ever Women's Blood and Guts match, which is really cool. It was booked first. So the teams were Mercedes Moné, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue versus Chris Statlander, Toni Storm, Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter, Mina Shirakawa, and Willow Nightingale. So Sky Blue came in first. She got elected to start the first 5-minute interval versus Willow. She went face first into the steel and got cut open like a cheese grater and just bled out the entire match. I'm shocked that she didn't pass out.
I'm giving her she was automatic MVP at that point.
Oh fuck yeah, Julia Hart was in the third, and she bounced Willow's face off of the turnbuckle like 10 times. Mm. The turnbuckle pad like 10 times.
I think everybody that was in that match lost a year off their life.
Yeah. At least. Right. Harley Cameron was in fourth, chair in hand, and threw it right in Sky Blue's face. Poor Sky Blue, she's basically covered with blood down to her stomach at this point.
Yeah, you think everybody would go easier on her at that point?
But she got hit like a bunch of
I think if she just wanted to walk out at that point, nobody would have blamed her. But she stuck a boot till the end the
she
trooper.
did. Oh,
So
man. She is tough as shit, man.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
Like, if you've seen the
in my
photos of her post-match, it's like...
It was
If Staples
bad.
are not involved in her
I would be
medical
shocked.
care,
Yeah. Because it was almost to the point where you're like, I sincerely hope she's just pulling blood capsules out and smashing them on her forehead, because how is she still walking? If she's
I've seen the pictures. That's blood capsules don't work like that. Like, that's general.
No, I know. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know how she stayed on her feet after losing that much blood.
Yeah.
I would have been just out cold.
Yeah.
All right. So Tekla is in 5th. Tekla takes out the Babes of Wrath by pulling out a leather belt from her boot and whipping them. The Babes of Wrath are Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. That's their team name, in case nobody knows that. Jamie Hayter is in 6th. She beat up everyone with a barbed wire wrapped Chennai and threw what was a water balloon full of tacks at Sky Blue's face. that was dark. Megan Bayne is in 7th. I have written down, she's like Charlotte Flair, but not nearly as good. And somehow was competing in Japan. I'm not Megan Bayne's biggest fan.
She's warming up to her.
She's gotten better, but she's still not that good. Basically, all of her moves are, look at me, I'm big, womb, and look at me, I'm big, and I'm going to smash you in the corners. I don't know. She doesn't do it for me.
She's better than Jade Cargill, I think, in my opinion, but...
She is.
Yeah. I think on top, I guess the brute strength thing, I think her strength is her presence.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got, I'm not going to go as far as Andre, the giant presence, but she has, like, giant in the ring presence.
It does help. It does. All right. 8th is Chris Statlander with a pull cue that she used to break across Megan Bayne's back. An actual freaking pull cue. She went and she cleaned up. Queen Amanada came out with her. She's bandaged up pretty hard, and she was out at ringside chasing around Anna Jay. Not Anna Jay.
Penelope Ford.
Thank you, Penelope Ford, who is also bandaged up. 9th is Mercedes Moné. Okay, she has her little entourage of beefy men holding her belt. She had them all lined up out with all of her belts on a table with a bunch of wine that she came out and took a drink of, and just sauntered her way down in no hurry. So she goes in, took out Willow and Chris. Chris Statlander tried to tombstone her into her own belt, but Monet turned it around and face planted Chris into it instead. Then she left the cage and grabbed all of her belts 2 by 2 and threw them in the ring, and was using them to hit people with. Megan Bayne's face got cut up in 2. I think pretty much everyone but Toni Storm and maybe Chris Statlander were not.
No, Statlander got cut.
Jamie Hayter. Was it Jamie Hayter?
Hayter got cut.
There was somebody else.
No, I think it was just Toni Storm.
Was it just Toni Storm? Okay, I think Toni Storm was the only one that... Oh, no, you know what? It was somebody on the other side.
Okay.
Julia Hart.
Maybe.
I don't think Julia Hart got cut out.
If she did, she was lucky. Like,
yeah, I think those were the only 2 whose faces were not bleeding, because it was brutal as hell. Yeah. So anyway, Mina Shirakawa comes in 10th with a barbed wire bat and hits Tekla in the ass with it. And then I have a note, Chris Statlander's face is now cut open too. I'm a little disappointed. Mina Shirakawa didn't do that much in this match. She was okay.
Well, I think they used her towards the end as a kind of...
Yeah, as a prop. 11th is Marina Shafir. And I missed part of this, but somehow she and Chris Statlander both ended up outside, and she threw Chris Statlander onto a bed of nails. 12.
Yeah, they did not show her back either. I imagine they got...
Yeah, probably got cut the hell up.
It was anything like Moxley's back when him and Darby Allin were going at it.
Yeah. And then finally was Toni Storm, and I have here she's dressed in a bizarre kabuki zombie ring entrance. She looked like a kabuki zombie. I don't know. She entered with a fistful of pearl necklaces that she was using as a weapon to punch people in the face.
Yeah.
So the door got shut. The match began. The Pearls did not do much to Marina Shafir because Marina Shafir went after her. But Storm also taped glass around her hand.
Yeah, she basically took a champagne bottle and crunched it up. I'm hoping it was sugar glass.
I'm hoping it was sugar glass. Yeah.
And then basically
put tape on the outside and like
put
glass.
Rolls amount of glass on there, and then started punching Shafir and I believe somebody else from the other side, and I believe it was Tekla, and just literally gone for the face, like it was one punch and they're down, and both were bleeding.
Yeah. Hater went after Sky Blue. She's bleeding but still alive, is what I wrote. Hater powerbombed her through a table. The table didn't break. It was a bit of a, I mean, it wasn't a botch. They did the move good. It was just the table botched. So she kind of threw a flying elbow at her and kind of bent it. They were having trouble getting that table broken. The ref, Sky Blue, after that, kind of rolled out of harm's way, and the ref was taking some time with her. Shafir is cut open now. Harley Cameron has the Mercedes puppet out. Mercedes stole the puppet, revealing that Harley Cameron had a pair of brass knuckles underneath it. Oh my god. So the bracers of the cage had these big diamond-shaped holes in them.
Yeah.
And Julia Hart and Tekla, they're both very tiny women, so they managed to slip out through these diamond-shaped
without
holes
getting
in the
bracers.
bracers.
So that was...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they have dull edges around them, but I was really trying to go in there, you're going to get sliced.
Yeah, yeah. But they took out the ref and stole the cage door key. Jamie Hayter, Harley Cameron, and Chris Statlander all got thrown out of the cage and down the steps. Actually, they looked like pretty bad step falls. But I'm sure they were safe, but they made them look, they sold them really well.
This is as safe as this match can be, which is not very.
Statlander dragged Monet out, slammed the door on Megan Bain's face. Mercedes tried to climb to the top of the cage. Chris Statlander was chasing her and drug her leg through the same bracers that Hart and Tekla escaped through. That looked painful.
Yeah.
Because she had her leg, instead of going like through this way, it was like through this way out the corner. Oh. It, like, if she took a wrong move or slipped, she would have broken her knee. Like, ripped her knee out of the socket. And then Statlander did a Samoan drop on her with her shoulder through the table, the title table. Julia Hart goes back in the cage and locks the door. Looks like Storm, Willow, and Shirakawa are the only faces in there. Willow is pretty much out. With about 4 heels, they slam Shafir face first in the broken glass. Somehow, Toni Storm finds a mirror and gives it to Marina Shafir, who then slams it into her face, the Toni Storm's face. She tried to hit her with it, and it got turned around. Anyway, Mina did a figure 4 with the bat on the bat on Megan Bain until Shafir dropped a boot on her chest. Willow is out, and Tony's being restrained while Mina Shirakawa gets whipped with the title belt. And that is when Toni Storm surrendered, and the heels won. And I'm honestly a little annoyed about that. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like that it was Toni Storm that gave up. But
I mean, I think it's supposed to be like a downward trajectory for the trying to like. This is Toni Storm's second act slump after losing the title. I think that's like they go to people and like have a really long run, a nice long record with the world title. And I think this is her down slump and her eventually picking herself back up. Maybe this is where like this slump is part of her and Shirakawa winning the whole tournament, although the in-story condition of Shirakawa is dubious at the moment.
Well, according to Toni Storm, she and Mina are married.
Yes. Well, I mean, in terms of her, like Shirakawa being able to participate in the tournament.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so
I'll get Luther and put him in drag or something. is Luther? Has anybody seen him?
I haven't seen him for a long time. So in the back, the Dunkhouse family attacked Jurassic Express. They're still trying to court the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are kind of a little weirded out by it seems. And that's totally fair.
Could be a face through, which I think is the first time. Again, I've only been watching.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that one.
This could be.
I think that might be where they're going.
Putting those two and maybe Kenny Omega back together. Say like the Bullet Club or something like that. Or like early AEW where they were all on the same team. We shall see. Again, does the Dunkhouse family need more members? Was there like 30, 40,000 people?
Yeah, including you, I think.
Yeah, I am a member of the Dunkhouse family. It's great perks. Buffet luncheons every Thursday.
I'm thinking about joining, but they don't let you out of the Bullet Club without, drawing blood.
Yes.
And I don't have time to get to Japan right now. So
and they beat you down, but then you're out and you can go.
Yeah, but I don't have the time to go to Japan.
Yeah.
So
who does?
Right? Anyway, all right. So then there was a Falls Count Anywhere match, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Adam Page. I don't have a play-by-play for this one. Page won. There was a weird moment where Hobbs tried to walk across the announce table, but his foot fell down through.
Yeah. I mean, also there were some like up in the cheap seats maneuvers going on.
Yeah, they kind of wandered through the audience. I have that written down here. Yeah. Paige grabbed him, did a back body drop off the table instead. Hobbs bounced when he landed. Yeah. He landed hard. Paige later did a moonsault off the stairs into the audience area. It was pretty cool. Hobbs dragged Paige up to the first overhang, where one of the tunnels is, and tried to throw him over, but Paige eventually threw him onto the electrical table, which bounced a human-sized equipment box onto his head.
Yeah.
And he was out cold, so Paige won the match. That was a hell of a maneuver. Shibata showed up out of nowhere to take out Paige, throws him in the ring where Samoa Joe is waiting with a chair. He gets the cage lowered with Paige and Shibata inside. Before it comes down, Eddie Kingston and Hook comes out and run in, and Samoa Joe pulls an Indiana Jones under the cage just as it closes. Thankfully, he didn't leave his hat in there, so he was good to go. And then Paige set up a steel cage match with Samoa Joe at Full Gear. There was a really funny, I have notes in here, there was a really funny moment when they were fighting on the overhang. There was a lady who didn't want to get out of her seat, and there was a security guard up there, and she was sitting there with a beer, and they were fighting like right here. Like if I'm the lady, they were fighting like right here, and this is a security guard over here who's trying to get her out of her seat for safety purposes.
I'm paying for these seats.
And she was yelling at the security guard. And she was,
"Fuck you, security man!"
It was funny. Like you couldn't hear her, but you could tell she was over there. She's sitting there with her beer while these two are fighting. She's yelling at the security guard.
"This beer gives me power. I can take you in a fight. Take you and your whole family."
Yeah, I think that's probably what was going on. Eventually, he got her up, but I don't think she was happy about it. It was pretty funny. All right, so Ricky Steamboat is in the house.
Yeah.
And
honestly, before we move on, I do want to say that I feel like this was supposed to be like the come down match from the women's match, in which it was still good. Like I said, it was still. I was surprised because I would think after the bookends of the blood and guts match, you would think the match and the world title match now would be
a little bit of a slump. Yeah. It was not.
A rolling excitement, which it wasn't. Again,
no, it was a hell of a match.
Hobbs took a lot of damage.
He really did.
But that back body drop was where he bounced.
Oh, it was hard to watch. Like my coccyx hurt just watching it.
Yeah, and between that and then where he
that's my tailbone.
Yeah, he fell down and like this crates fell on him. Let's just
that it bounced. It was a person-sized crate. You could have put both Hobbs and Adam Page in that crate and closed the lid. That's how big it was. And he hit the table. The table went like this, and then the edge of the table bounced this thing up, and it slammed down on top of
those crates are empty. They're still not light.
It was still plastic, like heavy duty, like plastic crates.
Yeah, those things
they're like 25 to 30 pounds at least, if not more.
Yeah. Again, Hobbs took a lot of damage in that one.
He took a beating. All right, so Ricky Steamboat is in the house. He gets interrupted by FTR again, acting like dicks. I don't have anything else written. I don't know what happened there.
Basically, somebody came out and defended Steamboat.
Yeah, something like that.
It was fine. It was, again, I guess they're trying to put up some sort of storyline going down the line involving FTR.
And Ricky Steamboat is like one of the sweetest men in professional wrestling, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it annoys me when they do that thing. It's something that all wrestling companies do, where they bring out like the classic guy and he's talking, and then there's some
legend.
The legend, and he's talking, and then somebody comes out who's like the young blood, and they interrupt him and they act like a dick. It drives me up the wall. I don't like it. Not as like, it just annoys the hell out of me, because it's like, yeah, that person is a fucking legend.
I think it's supposed to be a storyline, though.
Yeah, I know. It just gets on my nerves.
And they do agree to what goes on in there. So.
I know. It gets on my nerves.
All right.
Plus, like, Ricky Steamboat is like the nicest person. Anyway, all right. Then the men's blood and guts match. I can talk. I can't talk.
Blood and guts?
Blood and guts match.
Sounds like
I have dyspraxia problems. Okay, sometimes I can't talk.
Okay, all right.
The conglomeration minus Willa Nightingale, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, Darby Allin versus the Death Riders, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and Pac.
Yeah, at some point Darby Allin disappeared. If anybody knows where Darby Allin is, okay, could they let us know?
Oh, well, we'll get to that. Last I saw of him, I'll let you know. Darby Allin was the first in. Second was Wheeler Yuta. And then they wandered outside the cage, where Darby Allin bounced Wheeler Yuta back and forth between the cage and the barricade. That was pretty hard. Yuta let Allin run himself into the barricade and then wandered back into the cage, where he hit Allin in the face with the door. Darby Allin climbed up the cage and landed on Wheeler Yuta to take him out. This was inside the cage. He climbed up inside and went, boo! It was actually he did this sort of corkscrew flip thing, and it was actually beautifully done. It was incredibly graceful. I actually have that down here. It was very graceful. And it was a beautifully done, like, fall jump, whatever you want to call it. It was like something Tiffany Stratton would do. Darby.
It's called the Trust Fall of Pain. I just made that up, but if they want to pay me the right amount of money, I'll let them have it.
Darby Allin had a skateboard with thumbtacks glued to the bottom, point out, and he is using it to push it into the face of Wheeler Yuta, who is now bleeding. Orange Cassidy comes out third. He broke his glasses himself and used them to stab Yuta in the face. And also, Wheeler Yuta, I don't know why he gets the kind of hate that he does.
I don't either.
But people were enjoying it.
He's their Dom circa 2022.
Yeah. And he brought in a backpack, but it had a bunch of chains in it, which he's wrapped around his fist to dick punch Wheeler Yuta. The skateboard is back, and Darby jumped off the turnbuckle, did a quick half pipe onto Yuta's back.
And also there's there are tacks on the one side of the skateboard.
With the thumbtack skateboard.
Yeah.
Fourth is Daniel Garcia. I didn't write anything down.
Because it's
Daniel Garcia. Fifth was supposed to be Mark Briscoe. Darby Allin looked real happy that Mark Briscoe was supposed to be coming out, but he doesn't come out. So they switch back to Renee Paquette in the back room, and Mark Briscoe turns out is injured. So Roderick Strong takes his place to, quote, buy him some time. He runs out to grab a chair just as the Death Riders music hits, which is Claudio Castagnoli. Yuta is still the only one bleeding at this moment. They have to catch up to the women's match.
Yeah.
I think they got pretty close. Claudio literally picked up Darby Allin over his head and threw him into the other ring. It's pretty impressive. Claudio Castagnoli is one of those guys. He looks like he's not nearly as strong as he is, but he is freakishly strong.
Yes. Like, he's been that way for years when he was in ROH back in the odds or in WWE in the teens. Like, at one point he was doing a King of Swing, which is basically him swinging at another guy while he has another guy on his shoulders. I believe.
Oh, shit.
While during the match.
Dude is so strong.
Yeah, again, he is. I mean, once I guess it's Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, who are two small guys. I mean, still, that's got to be 300-400 pounds that he's just throwing around like it's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Roderick Strong's getting his face cheese grated into the cage, and he's bleeding now. 7th, Kyle O'Reilly. They also skipped Briscoe. He's still apparently injured. Orange Cassidy isn't doing great. I think he got a little stunned and managed to wedge himself between the apron and the cage. Yeah, I think he got hit in the head in it a little harder than he anticipated, and he got a bit stunned there because he looked like he was out of it, and he kind of just was staggering around and ended up wedging himself between the actual ring and the cage, and he was stuck there for a little bit. Number 8, Jon Moxley with a fork that he pulled out of his pants.
Yeah.
So it's a quality fork that is definitely not clean.
I don't see what Renee Paquette sees in him.
I don't get it. He must have a huge dick.
It has to be. Like, I can't think of any other reason.
I'm sure he's a very nice person in real life, but he looks like, I don't know. He's questionable.
He looks like he would smell like if you left if you were back in elementary school and you left like a sandwich before you go on winter vacation and you come back like, oh, what is that? Oh,
and it's like moving.
That smells like Jon Moxley. Like. Oh.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah. All right. So he took the fork, grabbed Kyle O'Reilly, and stabbed him in the head a bunch of times. Then stabbed Roderick Strong a bunch of times, and then stabbed it into Darby Allin's back a couple of times when he was setting up for a cutter move. Moxley and Garcia are both ripping through Allin's back with the fork and chucked him into the chain link, and he went down head first. It was like a cartoon. It was just whoop head, whoop legs.
I wanted to say, strangely, the fact that Darby Allin was not bleeding as badly.
Yeah, how is that
Sky
possible?
Blue was.
He was bleeding, but not that badly.
No.
So then Moxley comes out and grabs just a bucket full of all the stuff that they swept, the broken shit that they swept out of the women's blood and guts match, and dumped it all over the ring. 9th should have been Briscoe, but he's still not out. Renee Paquette. They switch over to Renee Paquette, who is back with Mark Briscoe in the Met office. Apparently, the Don Callis family went after him, and he won't be participating in the match. So, yeah, this is where Moxley dumps out the bucket. It's got broken glass, bits of broken mirror, and thumbtacks. And he throws Darby Allin on them.
He makes a sandwich.
Yeah.
And gives it to Darby Allin, and he eats it.
Yep. 10th is Pac. It's now 4-5. And, okay, we think the day is lost for our faces. But Mark Briscoe shows up.
Yes.
Yay!
Handyman.
He shows up with a toolbox and a giant pair of bolt cutters.
Handyman Mark Briscoe saves the day.
Yes, he does. He breaks into the ring with the bolt cutters, and he cuts the lock of the cage and slams the door on the face of a charging Wheeler Yuta.
Don't underestimate your local school janitor. He may in fact be Mark Briscoe.
So Claudio Castagnoli goes to smash Briscoe in the corner, but Briscoe moves and he accidentally smashes Pac. He goes out, grabs the toolbox, hucks it in, and then grabs Yuta and throws him out on the floor. Orange Cassidy grabs the toolbox and starts just ripping it open and hucking hammers out everywhere in the ring. And then hitting Pac with the hammers that he stole throughout. The faces are rallying. Briscoe goes back out, grabs Yuta throws Yuta onto a table, and then he does this thing where he looks up, and you're just like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? Garcia comes out with some kind of a leather strap or something, and starts to choke him. Briscoe throws him on the table instead, and Briscoe climbs up to the top of the cage. But he took too long. Daniel Garcia rolls off the cage. Kyle O'Reilly comes out to get him. Somehow Wheeler Yuta managed to climb to the top of the cage. And they start battling on the top of the cage. Mark Briscoe finds a rope with a big carabiner on the end, so he tosses it down. Kyle O'Reilly hooks it through a stack of chairs, and Briscoe pulls them up, and they are fighting on the top of the ring with a bunch of chairs. And they're chair fencing. I say they're chair fencing on the top of the cage. Basically, they each have a chair, and they're hitting each other's chairs with their own chairs. And I have a note in here.
Some sort of weapons melee has broken out on top
Yes,
of the cage.
with chairs. Yes. I have written here, you don't get this level of awesome with stupid baseball. It was very entertaining. Baseball is boring. Yuta dick punches Briscoe and hits him in the face with a chair. Briscoe reverses the dick punch and pile drives Yuta into the chair pile. And then that was kind of it. They were up there for a bit, and then they just kind of got down. They didn't show how they got down, I missed it. I don't think I missed it, but
safely is
I think it was safely, and they just didn't show it.
Safely, thank God.
All right. Darby Allin is going after Claudio Castagnoli with a hammer. Jon Moxley is back with his fork, trying to fork Darby Allin.
Fork him hard.
Yeah.
Fork him in the ass.
And then I have, somehow Briscoe got down to the floor, but he's super bloody. We don't know how that happened. Let's see. Darby Allin is outside. Gabe Kidd shows up with a stun gun and drags Allin backstage. Pac follows.
It feels like that butler that
yeah.
Down every once
when they're in trouble, he's like their Alfred. He just shows up.
Can I help you, sir? Here you go. Here's a chainsaw.
Yeah. So Pac follows with a leather strap.
Good this.
All right. They go off and they beat up Darby Allin. Jon Moxley found a staple gun and is stapling Orange Cassidy's hands into his pockets.
I remember.
Pac has a leather strap around Allin's neck, pulls him onto the top of one of the entrance holes. There were two big holes where they come in and out, and it was like the armature over top holding up the holes. They were on top of one of those.
I just want to say at this point,
where they come in from the gorilla position.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say at this point, I'm hoping all 22 participants have had their tennis shots.
Yes. I'm hoping that that's a requirement. All right, so Gabe Kidd comes back with the table, grabs two tables, grabs lighter fluid, pours it all over the tables, lights them on fire, and then Pac throws Darby Allin off of the top of the armature and onto the flaming tables. It was fucking amazing. So last it says, holy freaking shit. Security grabbed Gabe Kidd, got him out of there. But he's having fun. He was laughing his ass off. And last I saw of Darby Allin, there was some security staff and medical staff putting the fire out and keeping an eye on him. So as far as we know, Darby Allin is still alive.
Yeah, because I saw a post-show clip on YouTube, and Darby Allin was nowhere to be seen. Like, even Mark was like, Darby Allin, he's okay, everybody. Like, okay.
Yeah, they took him back.
That was not convincing.
Fire. There was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moxley is in the ring talking out O'Reilly with chain. Claudio gave him a chair necklace. I had this move. What did I type that for?
I don't know.
I think he moved. He moved out of the way. Yeah. Orange Cassidy, hands still in pockets, rolls back into the ring and puts a stop to the chair thing and gets the chair off him. Briscoe has Pac, does a fisherman suplex into the table. Garcia goes face first into another table. Roderick Strong is throwing all the bitches into tables. Amazing. He's not bleeding at all. Or Roderick Strong managed to get out without having his face catch on blood. I almost said catch on fire. Without having his face get bloody.
We're almost there, hon.
There's an orange punch on Moxley. O'Reilly does an ankle lock. There are no breaks. He grabs I think he grabbed the rope, but there are no breaks in it. But he countered, and Moxley and O'Reilly go back and forth on some great holds, some good chain wrestling for a little bit. But
it's just a weird place to put wrestling.
It does, yeah.
You think this place is broken down into a ball, but yeah.
Yeah, and then, Riley gets him back into the ankle lock, and Mox eventually taps out. Yeah. And that was the end of Blood and Guts.
And again, I thought on that same 10-minute clip that I saw on YouTube, there was a lot of you tapped out to Mox.
Oh, he's never gonna live that down.
No.
So yeah, that was. I was exhausted by the end of that, and I didn't do anything but watch.
I want to say most WWE pay-per-view. It was only three matches. Three matches. And I feel it was better than most of the WrestleMania card.
Oh yeah.
That I saw.
Almost all of it.
Almost all of it, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 matches. Women's match was no notes, impeccable. Men's match really good as well. Even the world title match, which you felt like was going to be the lull in between those,
was still really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was still incredibly enjoyable. It was better than it had any right to be.
Absolutely.
I like Powerhouse Hobbs, but I don't then we get him as a world title contender for the most part.
No, not usually. Yeah, like he's been mostly mid card or tag team. But honestly, I think this showed that he could
do it.
Could be there. Yeah. He could be in that picture, and I would love to see that. That'd be great.
I mean, they're introducing that national title, so maybe.
That would be fantastic. I'd love to see him get that. That'd be great.
I feel there are enough titles where you can put some sort of single step on Hop at some point.
And I think that he demonstrated to all of us last week why he can carry a title of that magnitude by himself, a solo title.
But again,
oh god,
that was that entire card. Again, I'm going to use the phrase I used to use earlier. It was way better than it had any right to be.
It's true.
Which is essentially a TV special rather than
like an actual PLE.
Yeah. It wasn't strictly a PLE by definitions of PLE standards, but it felt like I was watching a PLE.
Damn, was it good?
It was better. It's definitely better than anything Raw or SmackDown has put on the entire year. Again, no notes for this. No notes other than that. My note is the backstage antics are the one thing that felt like a down.
Yeah, it was kind of like the thing with Ricky Steamboat and the thing with Jurassic Express and the Callis family. It kind of felt a little bit forced in there. It did not need to be in there.
We didn't make this.
But it was sort of oh yeah, by the way, this is still a TV.
Yeah.
This is still like a TV show.
We got to move these stories.
So yeah. It they didn't even need to be in there.
I understand why they did it. They probably needed it to especially between the women's and the world title match. A little bit
breather.
No, you needed to give your crew time to clean that bit.
That's true. There was so much.
Get all the tax, get all the board cleaned up, get all.
Yeah.
I want to say there's probably some room pads missing.
To get everything reset.
You need your cleaning crew in there. But at least for the world title match, before you go to the blood and the men's portion of Blood and Guts. But I understand why they had those, I guess, backstage segments. But they definitely felt like, okay, that's fine. This is what I go and we literally did stuff like household chores while those were going on.
Well, it's Wednesday, so I was working on work for the next day.
Yeah, and we were getting trash out.
And that's right, we were doing trash. That night. Yeah.
But again,
that was.
It makes you. As good as that makes you angry at WWE.
It does. Yeah. I'm totally angry at WWE. They've never put on anything that good.
Yeah.
As a show.
Yeah.
Goddamn. And I know Chris Jericho was out complaining, because that's what Chris Jericho does, complaining about AEW trying to get back on WWE's good side about how, they're so amateurish, blah, blah, blah. It's bitch, did you watch what I watched?
Yeah.
Get fucked. Chris Jericho is a whiny bitch.
Look at
anyway, so.
Look at TNA's last pay-per-view. Their audience is bigger than AEW's audience. Who cares? I'd rather.
I have no issues with AEW, where they
smaller venues.
Yeah, the venue choices. I actually kind of prefer it. If I was going to go see them, if I had the chance to, I would far rather go to a smaller, more unique, interesting venue.
Intimate.
They are far more intimate. They have better energy. they're then like the huge auditoriums and amphitheaters that WWE goes to on a regular play.
Stadiums, arenas.
Just because it's like it is more intimate and it's easier to see what's going on. Apart from that,
I'm going to tell you this, like most of my, like, compared to something else, I much rather see a concert, a music concert at a club, a theater, bar than I would. I've been to arena shows, I've been to stadium shows, and I've been to small club shows. I'd much rather see bands in a small club show than at a big stadium. Like
Same.
I saw the Rolling Stones in 1998, and it was one of the worst concerts I've ever been to. I've seen some no-name band at the Black Cat in DC with like 10 other people, where basically the band was going. They would introduce a song like this. It's like, this is a song about what it would have been like if Boris Karloff had lived. And they just go into like some 30-second hardcore punk number. And it's like, it was awesome. Like, I'd much rather, given a choice of me to go back in time and relive it, I'd much rather be like a morose Boris Karloff band of the Black Cat. They go we see the Rolling Stones. I could say I saw the Rolling Stones, but I didn't enjoy it. So.
Yeah, same. Like I went to see my friends drug me to see in high school Matchbox 20 at the Bryce Jordan
It's gonna be okay. We got therapy
Center.
right now.
It was big. There were nosebleed seats. You could barely hear. You couldn't see anything. It was dumb. I didn't like it. But I've been to like all sorts of local freaking dive metal bars in around the West Central and Central Pennsylvania area to see, regional bands, local bands, and it's always more fun. The mosh pits are better.
Yeah.
Nobody moshes at Matchbox 20.
No, you should have started one.
I was in the nosebleed seats.
Well, that makes it even better. You can throw people over the side.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I think about that. All right. Anyway, so anything else?
I mean, they basically have that song, I Want to Push You Around. So it's like...
It's like they're condoning it. Really.
Yeah. Like, so you were totally free from criminal liability.
All right. I think that's about all for today.
Yeah.
We're going to go get some dinner. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week, folks.